Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MG Vlogs. And the map in front of you pretty much tells everything about the video today. Will be again an opinion poll for the American presidential election 2024. As we are halfway into August, it's time for heavy polling in the American presidential election as we count on days to November. So we'll just start with the video very quickly. Harris and Walz representing the Democratic Party, Trump and Vance in the Republican Party. So we just start filling out the safe states for each side. Harris will carry Washington, California, and Illinois, then New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, then Vermont, Maryland, Delaware, District of Columbia, and Maine's first congressional district with solid margins, along with Hawaii too. I don't know why I miss Hawaii every time. So these are the states which Harris and Walz will be carrying with solid margins, giving them 155 electoral votes early lead. Meanwhile, Trump and Vance would be completely vanishing every state in the Middle America. Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska as all congressional districts except 2nd, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, Iowa, West Virginia, South Carolina, Alaska, and I think that'll be all. So, but still, after all these counting, Trump and Vance are currently trailing by 20 electoral votes. Coming onto the battlegrounds a little bit, so we can now mark the safe states, which are the likely ones for each party. Oregon will be likely Democratic. Colorado will be following the same. Then, New Hampshire will be a safe Democrat. Then Rhode Island will be a likely one. Then New Jersey. New Jersey is an interesting case. The state in the far east having 14 electoral votes at stake. Previous polls showed Trump up by a little bit in the state of 14 electoral votes at stake. Coming on to New Jersey. In New Jersey, the last poll we have from June 26 to 27, which shows Trump up by 1 point. So this state will obviously not be going to Trump, but will be remaining with Harris with the lean Democratic margin. So, and the Maine as a whole will be a lean Democratic part as well. Now coming on to New Mexico. New Mexico also, in my previous video, I have been marking New Mexico as Trump state, but in the latest polls, we can see a heavy wave of Harris wiping New Mexico. Last poll conducted in August 3 to July 31 showed up Harris up by 7 points. So that's a great news for Harris. So likely Democratic would be New Mexico. Coming on to the states with 17 electoral votes, Nevada and Arizona. Arizona was a controversial point in the 2020 elections, where Biden carried by 0.3%. So is that going to repeat right now? We can't see though. Trump is leading by 1.5 in Arizona as per RCP and as per 538 polls by the ABC News. We can see okay, it's even. It's coming even. The latest poll, the average of all polls. The latest poll, funded by a Republican Party sponsor, is showing up Trump by lead. So yeah, we can say this is like a kind of is now going very tilt Republican. And the previous videos I've been mentioning it as safe Republican, but now as the polls are being heavily shifting towards blue, we can now say it's a tilt Republican. Coming on to Nevada. Nevada has been carried by Hillary Clinton in 2016, and I think it's time it's flipping maybe. Coming on to Nevada. Here, again, a Republican Party sponsor shows up by 3 points, or else it was even or Trump up by 1 point. And here in Nevada, you can see Trump up by 3.7. So it's the lean Republican state. Coming on to a lean Republican state, yeah. Nevada is a lean Republican state. Coming on to Texas, it's a youth state. Electoral votes determining a great amount of electors where they will be going. Coming on to Texas, in Texas, the latest poll conducted in July 18 to June 25 shows up Trump up by 9 points. That's office. That's literally office in state. So, yeah, we can call it a safe Republican or even solid Republican as per your wish. Coming to Nebraska's second congressional district, it's a short clip, but yeah, we can't say by solid margin, so we'll be clipping Nebraska's second congressional district as Democrat. So we are left with Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maine's first congressional district, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, with 147 crucial electoral votes, with Trump right now at 189, Harris leading at 202. Maine's second congressional district will be following the path of being a solid Republican. Now coming on to Minnesota. So Tim Walz, the vice presidential nominee for Harris, is the governor from Minnesota. So obviously the trends are, will be more solidified in the state of Minnesota, as we can see the polls expecting a big, big wave of Democratic support. Harris up by 5 points and 10 points, and yeah, so we can clearly say it's a safe Democrat state, and the legacy of voting for Democrats will not be done in this elections as well. Before the when against Donald Trump, we could say that yeah, it's going to Trump, but the legacy would be over. But now Harris is not going to get the hopes down. Coming on to Wisconsin, I created a poll related to Wisconsin on my channel, and the people are heavily voting for Trump. 67% votes were in favor of Trump, but that's not what the Americans said. Americans say in Wisconsin, sorry, that's Wyoming, my mistake. In the state of Wisconsin, Harris is leading by 3.4%. You can see, oh my god, that's literally a heavy wave. You can just see one poll favoring Trump up by 1 point, unless everything up is going solidified Harris. So Wisconsin is shifting heavily towards Harris. It's a great flip. Yeah, but yeah, they're maintaining a lead of 0.8 points as per RCP. So it's a very tilt Democratic state. Wisconsin is now in the turmoil of the selection for Trump, and start to get losing hopes. But yeah, never mind. Ohio support Vance's home state will be a safe state for Trump. Coming on to Michigan. Michigan showed a heavy blue influence. In my previous video, I mentioned it. Michigan suddenly up by 11 points for Harris. That's literally crazy. But the current polls, it's been a long time since I did the last video. Sorry for that wait. But since we have new polls up, so we can now decide who is leading Michigan. Michigan is currently led by Harris, 3.4%. Although that's just a popular vote. That doesn't determine the electoral vote. Yeah, coming on to Michigan, Harris is up by 6.52. Okay, so that blue wave has come down a little bit, but not as much. I know enough to defeat Harris. So yeah, RCP average shows Harris up by 2.4 points. So clear signs of Michigan being a lean Republican Democratic state. Coming on to Pennsylvania, the controversial place as Trump assassination attempt practiced here. Michigan, here now just change the polls to Pennsylvania. Okay, surprisingly, Harris is leading by 1.6. You can see all the polls currently. Last poll was conducted in 6 to 9 August. Every poll shows up Harris by 3 to 4 points, and that's literally bad news for Trump. So Pennsylvania RCP average shows Trump up by 0.8 points. Now I do think Pennsylvania is going red again. What do you mean by again? Okay, no, not again, but yeah, going blue and then red again would be a nice statement. So Pennsylvania is going tilt Republican. Coming on to the state of Virginia with 13 electoral votes at stake. Virginia was turning red in my previous videos, but even the current polls show that it's a Trump wave in Virginia, and just clearly blurring every poll. Trump is up by 4 and 1 points. Same will be going here. Will be a lean tilt Republican state. North Carolina can just directly say likely Republican, 3.2%. You can just see the polls in the state of North Carolina. Okay, it's come even. Okay, but it's sponsored by Carolina Forward, so it doesn't sponsor for the Democratic Party. Never mind. But yeah, the polls not funded by anyone shows Trump up by 3 to 4 points. That's clearly interesting for Trump. Okay, Trump nearing majority, 255, Harris 237. So just one state of Florida, Trump's in as the president. Well, Georgia and Florida, 46 electoral votes still at stake. Georgia, Harris held a massive rally in Atlanta, the capital, but Georgia still, the influence of Trump has come down in Georgia, but not as much to defeat him. According to RCP average, it's still a Republican state. We're looking at the 538 polls, which obviously show a clear view. Okay, Georgia. Why are there so many states with G? Okay, it's currently even, or maybe it's just too minute to show any lead. Yeah, the latest polls but still show Trump up by 2 points, so that's a clear signal that Georgia is being a tilt Republican state. Coming on to Florida, we can say without doubt that it's likely Republican state. Just checking on the polls in Florida. Florida. 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 10, 6. So currently just flying out in the favor of Trump. Florida turns likely Republican. So this is the map. Trump and Vance going absolutely nuts. 301. You know that. No, but see, what are the major controversial points? Popular vote. First, let me tell you. Popular vote may go to Harris, but the electoral votes will be going to Trump. Now you see this blue wall, which Trump said, these were the results in the election of 2016, where he carried Michigan plus Wisconsin. But currently, Wisconsin is turning tilt Republican, and Michigan green Republican. So the blue wall, which Trump considered to shatter, is now building up again. But he's stealing Pennsylvania, Virginia, Georgia, which are major battlegrounds. That is a good thing. And Arizona, it may come close again to Arizona, but currently the polls show that he's ahead. Trump party is ahead in Arizona. So I think this is the poll on the current polling averages. Trump and Vance being likely winners of this election, 301 electoral votes to Harris and Walz is 237. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys like it, and if you like, please share, support my channel. We are on the way to 500 subscribers, and videos are getting massive support. I hope this one gets too. So thank you, take care, and bye bye.